Good evening and welcome to National Broadcasting News India. Tonight's news update. Here are the top stories. Escalating Gaza conflict and humanitarian crisis. Israel's Security Cabinet is expected to approve an expanded military operation in Gaza, potentially involving a 5-month occupation and displacement of up to 1 million Palestinians. Humanitarian agencies warned that new eligibility rules may deregister most international NGOs by September, exacerbating famine conditions. Already 86% of Gaza's farmland is destroyed. Indonesia has offered to treat 2,000 injured Gazans on Galang Island amid mounting international pressure. Potential Trump-Putin engagement after Moscow talks. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff's 3-hour meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow drew praise from President Trump, who called it highly productive. Russian officials expressed interest in a direct meeting. Meanwhile, Trump threatened steep tariffs up to 50% on Indian imports due to its continued oil purchases from Russia. Putin to visit India in late August. Interfax reports that Russian President Vladimir Putin is scheduled to visit India in late August 2025, signaling ongoing diplomatic momentum between the two nations. Cambodia seeks help for detained soldiers amid border conflict. Amid ongoing tensions with Thailand, Cambodia has appealed to the International Committee of the Red Cross and the UN High Commissioner of Human Rights for the release of 18 Cambodian soldiers captured during the late July border clashes. Saudi Arabia Snooker Masters kicks off this week in Jeddah. The second edition of the Saudi Arabia Snooker Masters begin in Jeddah, featuring stars like Jude Trump, Ronnie O'Sullivan, Mark Selby, and John Higgins. Round 1 starts on August 8, with top players entering in Round 5 on August 12. The final is set for August 16. UAE mercenary plane shot down in Sudan. On August 7, 2025, a UAE-operated aircraft carrying over 40 Colombian mercenaries was reportedly shot down by the Sudanese Air Force in Sudan, resulting in the death of all aboard. Sudan has accused the UAE of deploying mercenaries to support the Rapid Support Forces in the ongoing civil conflict, an allegation the UAE denies. UAE halts Sudanese flights amid diplomatic rift. Tensions between the UAE and Sudan continue to escalate. Sudan's Civil Aviation Authority reports that the UAE has barred Sudanese aircraft from landing and prevented a Sudanese airline from taking off from Abu Dhabi. This follows a breakdown in ties after Sudan accused the UAE of supplying weapons to paramilitary forces earlier in 2025. Global oil market remains tight despite OPEC Plus output increases. The oil market continues to experience tight supply even as OPEC Plus, including Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Iraq, attempts to ramp up production. Output gains have been modest with significant contribution from Saudi Arabia. Rising summer demand in the Middle East and stockpiling by China are absorbing much of the increased volume, pushing Brent crude prices up from about $58 to $68 per barrel. Emirates to add 4th daily Dubai-London Gatwick flight. Emirates, the UAE's national airline, plans to introduce a 4th daily service between Dubai and London Gatwick starting February 2026. The additional frequency aims to meet growing demand between the UAE and the UK, providing more convenience for both leisure and business travelers. UK interest rate cut expected. The Bank of England is forecast to reduce its base rate from 4.25% to 4%, marking the 5th cut in a year, even as inflation rose to 3.6% in June, the highest in 18 months. The decision, likely approved by a 5-4 vote among the Monetary Policy Committee, aims to counter economic contraction and rising unemployment, with updated forecast and bond market commentary expected alongside the announcement. Far-right fuels UK immigration unrest. As per reports, far-right figures like Tommy Robinson and the Homeland Party are amplifying the UK's immigration debate, fanning disinformation. A YouGov poll found that 47% of Britons mistakenly believe there are more undocumented than legal migrants. Demonstrations, sometimes violent, continue to flourish and are increasingly decentralized via social media. The government's muted response has heightened tensions ahead of more protests this weekend, including a restricted pro-Palestinian rally. Wildfires in Canada degrade US air quality. Canada is currently battling its second worst wildfire season on record. Smoke has already crossed borders, prompting red air alerts in parts of the US. Experts are cautioning residents in affected zones to take protective measures. Rahul Gandhi accuses Election Commission of voter fraud. The leader of opposition launched a scathing attack on the Election Commission, alleging it manipulated the electoral process to favor the BJP, calling recent state elections choreographed. Kerala pilgrims missing in Uttarakhand found safe. A group of 28 Kerala pilgrims missing during a cloudburst triggered landslide in Uttarakhand have been located safe in a military camp and are expected to return home once road connectivity is restored. Kerala High Court hurls tolls on unsafe highways. The Kerala High Court ruled that the National Highways Authority of India cannot levy tolls if roads are poorly maintained or cause traffic chaos, a call to uphold public infrastructure trust. National Handloom Day celebrated with awards. On this day, the 11th National Handloom Day was marked with a major event at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. The President of India conferred Sant Kabir and National Handloom Awards to outstanding artisans, accompanied by a handloom hackathon held at IIT Delhi. Disruption in Kochi's water supply due to main pipeline burst. A 1,200 pipeline carrying treated water from Aluva to Kochi burst on Wednesday evening in Kalamassery, cutting off supply to Kochi and nearby areas including Charanallur. Repairs are underway and supply may remain suspended on Thursday. Lovlina Borgohain alleges misconduct by BFI official. Olympic bronze medalist Lovlina Borgohain has accused Colonel Arun Malik, Executive Director at the Boxing Federation of India, of disrespectful and gender discriminatory behavior. The Indian Olympic Association has launched a formal investigation. Malik has denied the allegations. Alpine skier Arif Khan crowdfunding his Winter Olympic dream. Kashmir's Arif Khan, India's lone qualifier for the 2026 Winter Olympics, lacks government support due to his support's non-NSF status. He's launched a crowdfunding campaign, raising under 4% of his ₹7 million goal and continues to persevere despite financial and systemic obstacles. Indian cricketer Harshit Rana speaks out on mental toll of being dropped. Fast bowler Harshit Rana revealed the emotional strain of being dropped from the national squad mid-tour, initially selected, then released before the second test in England, highlighting the pressures faced by emerging players. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma set for ODI comeback in October. Cricket legends Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, recently retired from Test cricket, will return to international action during India's upcoming ODI series against Australia in October. Poovarna Chandra Baby aims for a breakthrough on Australia tour. Kodagu-born hockey talent Poovarna Bobby, transitioning to defender after injury earlier in the year, will feature in India's tour of Australia from August 15, hoping to secure a spot in the Asia Cup squad. Chennai Grandmasters Chess Tournament kicks off with largest ever prize pool. The Chennai Grandmasters 2025 began on August 6, running until August 15. The event includes more rounds and offers a record rupees 1 crore prize pool, also awarding valuable FIDE circuit points. That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching. We will be back with more news tomorrow. Goodbye.